What's going on, y'all? This your boy KCFL King Self Life Wrestling Takes. Boy, I want to bust up laughing right now because of what we witnessed at the very end of the show. Um, it was a good wrestling show. Wasn't the best, but it was good. Got some things I got to discuss because I got to go over everything that I need to go over, especially that goofy clown ending that we got. We going over. Hey, Dave Meltzer, don't forget to set your DVRs for 30 extra minutes because we're going over. 2 extra minutes for a clown Cartoon Network ending. Tony Khan is a clown. That's all I'm going to say. He is one of the biggest. Look, him and Vince McMahon is tied for the biggest clown in the wrestling promotion. Vince is a clown. Vince is a clown no matter what he does. It doesn't matter. TK is starting to get on that same circus level. He really is. TK is starting to get on that clown level that don't make no type of sense. It's like you just be wondering, like, what the heck is this clown doing? And he be doing some stuff that you just be really shaking your head like, yo, you tripping, buddy. You just tripping. Straight tripping. Now, let's go ahead and break down the show. We open up the show, JR and crew. They welcome you to the show live from New Orleans, Louisiana. We opened up the show, CM Punk versus Mr. Party City. Vampire says, I come from the grave. Penta Oscuro with my main man looking like he don't know what he want to be. Alex Abrahantes. And it's funny how Penta came out with the shovel. And CM Punk looked at him like, hey, you got the shovel? You really waste of time because you're not the one who's going to be burying people tonight. I'm the one that's going to bury you. Because that's exactly what happened. Now, the matchup was a good match outside of the spot that took place. I don't know what this particular move set is that a lot of cats like to do. I think it's called the Hurricanrana or something. CM Punk tried to do the Hurricanrana off Penta, and the man botched it like a mug. But the one thing I can give these two men, they knew exactly what to do. They got back on track. Everybody knew they botched. Everybody knew it was a mess up. But they got right back on track. And they helped get the matchup to where they needed to be. And the crowd was in it. They loved it. CM Punk goes over. After the match, CM Punk started doing the championship thing. He's coming for that AEW Championship. Regardless what happens on Friday night, he's coming for that title. But like I said, good opener outside the botch. CM Punk gets the victory. So we move on from there. Oh, and y'all already know, I'm going to constantly talk about it. The worst thing that and it's funny how the botch took place, and this happens right here. Picture by picture is the worst thing in AEW. This is the thing that I constantly get tired of doing. I might have to actually deliberately tweet at Tony Khan and tell him to quit doing picture by picture. Don't do it. If you do it once. Don't do it for every freaking match. He does it for every match. TK Cats, we want to be invested because this is what he does. He gets us interested in a match, and then you got Mr. Old enthusiastic behind Excalibur. Oh, this picture in picture. Don't go away. We'll be right here. Stay tuned. And I'm like, dude, ain't nobody finna try to focus on a garbage commercial and the foolishness that's taking place in that little tiny man box. I'm tired of that foolishness, man. TK need to cut this mess out. Cut it out. If you do picture in picture, do it once a week. Don't do it 50 million times out the same episode because that's all that clown do. Excalibur. Oh, this picture. Excalibur, he talk like picture in picture is the best thing since sliced bread or something. He's out of his mind. That mask must be on too tight. Homie, you was tripping. Picture by picture is trash. The cue cards is the only thing where picture by picture is a must because you actually got to pay attention to what Sammy and them is doing. But as of late, the cue cards thing kind of done fell flat. But outside of that, picture in picture ain't worth nothing because you can't focus on what's going on. And that's one of the major things I be getting on Tony Khan case about. I'm like, bro, you need to cut this foolishness out. Cut it out, man. Cut this foolishness out. But nope, TK is a clown. And I'm going to get on his case because he did some foolish things tonight. Let's go. So, early. Now, this segment was great. So, we see the jet. The jet pulls up. You hear the JAS music playing. Now, here's another thing. I think Jericho and them then outdid the Judas song. I think Jericho need to go ahead and get a brand new song for this JAS group because everybody's still singing it like their baby faces. I said, no. We need a more eviler song by Jericho and his crew. Fonzie, He got a clown song in the background. Give us one of them new songs. Edge did it. Edge done changed up a song. You can do the same thing with this JAS group. Y'all is a bunch of heels. That song is specifically for Inner Circle. That is an Inner Circle theme song. Change it up. I want them to change it up. So anyway, make a long story short, they get off the jet. Jericho started talking about we running the show and we showcase why those bozos, Eddie Kingston and Pride and Powerful aren't worth our time. They're not nothing. And we're going to showcase tonight why we, the Jericho Association Society, is the best dang group in all of wrestling. We are the best sports entertainers and all this crazy stuff. Now, you only seen Jericho, Garcia, and Hager get off the jet. Next thing you know, Kingston and crew drive up and say, "Hey, Jericho, we told you on site." It was funny as heck how they just pulled up out the woodwork. "We told you, and tonight we're going to finish it. Hey, we got a package for you." Next thing you know, they throw out 2.0 looking like they've been jumped. I said, well, it makes perfect sense. I kind of chuckled at the situation, but it makes perfect sense. You take out these two clowns, so now we can focus on 3-on-3. Because how the heck are the three of them going to be able to take out the five of them? So they figured, let's take out these bums, let's steal their clothes and their shoes, and let's drive off. And that's exactly what they did. So, good segment. Now, we get ready for the AEW World Tag Team Championship match. Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus versus Red Dragon, which is Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly. Yo, this is actually a pretty good tag team match. A lot of people, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of wanted Red Dragon to win this match. Christian walked off, so a lot of people was like, does the heel turn happen here? This is a very good tag team match. Crowd was into it. I was rooting hard for Red Dragon because I told you I think the best thing about Jurassic Express is their theme song. Heck, I'm not gonna lie, I actually pulled the song Tarzan up and had the song playing during the match. That's all I'm gonna say about that. But look, Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish, this is when they shine the best. They shine the best in tag team wrestling. That's why I said I wasn't really too much for a singles run for neither one of these cats. But the two of them gelled together as a tag team. That's why they were so successful in NXT. They brought that wrestling style over here to AEW, and now they able to wrestle as freely as they want to wrestle. And fans is like, man, we need them to win those titles. We just need it. But Luchasaurus was showing out. He was showcasing why, no, we are still the tag team champs. Jungle Boy and myself are still showcasing these titles. We are the ones, if you want these championships, you're going to have to go through us. Luchasaurus was laying cats out, choke slamming everybody, doing work. Because the name of the script is you got to take the big man out. If you want to beat a team with a big man, take his legs out. And for some reason, Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly was acting funny as if they didn't want to do it, but then they started finding to wake up. Jungle Boy was flipping all over the place. I mean, look, the match is good. It's a very good match. But when they did their movesets on them and both laid them out, I was like, man, they gonna win. They gonna retain them championships. And boy, did they did. So, Luchasaurus, Jungle Boy retaining championships. And do you think we move on? No. Kyle O'Reilly picked up a chair and whacked Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus in the back. Then FTR's music was off. The crowd popped. They come out and they host all their championships that they got. The AAA titles, the new Ring of Honor championships, the tag team championships they got. They flexed it. They got into Red Dragon's face. Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus still in the ring. And I'm sitting there saying to myself, is TK going the route of a triple threat? All titles on the line? Like, that's what I'm sitting up here thinking. I don't know if that's the route he's going. Like, is this what we're gonna do? Are we gonna literally legit put all the championships on the line? Because I told you, FTR is over. FTR is the most over tag team in AEW right now. They more over than the tag team champs themselves, and they did a good job tonight. They did a great job. I ain't hating on nobody in that match. Everybody did work. Bobby Fish did work. Kyle O'Reilly did work. Jungle Boy, he did work. Luchasaurus, he did work. But they retained their championship, so that tells me right there, I think it's the Adam Cole might not be winning on Friday. I don't know. He could. He could win it. Adam Cole could win that champ. He could win it. It's a possibility that he might win it. But it's a huge possibility. So, yeah, that's that. So, we move on. And, yeah, again, You know he couldn't help. He couldn't hesitate. Got to do the picture by picture, which is retarded. But they retained the championships. Like I said, I just talked about that. They all come out. They all face each other and everything. So we might have to come back to that situation. Backstage, Tony Schiavone is talking to the new edition of the Blackpool Combat Club. They are the BCC, which features Regal, Bryan Danielson, Jon Moxley, and the new addition, Mr. Wheeler Yuta himself, the pure Ring of Honor champion. They say the work begins. We're ready to do work. Friday, it is a trios match. The three of them would be taking on those loser clowns known as the Gun Club on Friday. I cannot wait to see the BCC annihilate those groups. I can't wait. Yuta said the work begins Friday. That's all he had to say. He looked like $1,000,000. He looked like he was ready to start laughing because he's so excited now that he's so over now, hanging out with Moxley and Bryan. Regal was so freaking excited. He looked like he was about to. You ever see that emoji where your head looked like it's exploding? That's what Regal looked like. He looked like his head was exploding with excitement. He's like, I'm so excited for my boys. This is great. This is the group, the BCC. We're going to run through everybody in AEW. We're going to run Raw. And we can't just start this on Friday. Bryan, he was hyped up. He was like, yeah, we showed Yuta the way. And we're going to kill them Gun Club clowns. We're going to handle it. Excited. I'm like, you know what? I'm here for it. This is a great backstage segment. Once again, they got my man Tony Schiavone working overlord, working overtime. He outside, on commentary. He got to run to the back. They're making him work for his money. That's all I got to say. Then, right after that segment, he right backstage with Tony and Jamie. And apparently, TK is like, I ain't even finna let them even advertise the match. We're going to have these two meet up. So next week, I don't know if it's Friday. I don't know if it's on Rampage or it's next week on Dynamite for the female side of the Owen Hart tournament. Jamie Hayter and Tony Storm are going to face each other. Everybody won. Both of them are fine. Both of them wanted. Everybody was like, yes, we need this. Jamie had the opportunity to cut a promo, and she pretty much basically had Tony sitting up just with a smirk on her face, said, listen, me and you, we used to run Rapid out overseas in Japan, Australia. We did all that work. But now that you're in my yard, this is my tournament to win. And I'm not going to allow you to come in here and take it from me or something like that. What you got to say? Are you just going to walk away? Cat got your tongue? All that crazy stuff. That's what she told her. And she just looked at her and smirked and walked out. Listen, I want to see these girls go. I want to see this. I've seen so many of the ladies online tonight complaining that TK don't know what he's doing with the women. I'm going to be honest with you. He could do a whole lot better. I get it. Ladies, I understand your pain, your frustration. You want more. You want the AEW women's division to be this. Here's the problem. Y'all compare the AEW women's division to what's going on in WWE land. In WWE land, Vince has absolutely no idea what he's doing. Just because you see multi women segments on WWE doesn't mean anything. Those segments might be segments, but they're not leading anywhere. And the girls aren't really that great. I don't know if we want to say, well, the women in AEW ain't that great either. I know. But at least what they're doing is they're taking their time. Like I said, you got to be, we so freaking impatient. We want everything to be splack out all up in our face. Let TK and them do work. Now, I get it. TK and them need to do a better job. He do. But when that matchup happened, I believe that match is going to be great. I believe Tony and Jamie finna tear it up. Now, Jamie got to lose because she did all that talking and Tony didn't say nothing because you know Tony is moving on. We already know that. But I'm looking forward to that match. I want to see it. I definitely want to see it. Right after that, we get already my man Captain Shawn Dean already in the ring. MJF and that chair swinging bozo Sean Spears come out. Captain actually looked great. He had this new face paint. Looked like he reminded me of when the soldiers in the army. And you know how they wear that camouflage makeup? It looked pretty good. He had on his captain hat and everything. He looked great. He looked great. I said, that's what I'm talking about. That's why I said, represent Chi-Town. Represent Sir Salute. Salute. Right from the crib. That's what I'm talking about. MJF, he gets in the ring and he's playing around with his zipper and he's like, wait a minute. So everybody was anticipating or thinking like, did Wardlow glue his jacket together? Did he glue it? And he playing, Shawn tried to get it. Shawn couldn't do it. So then he said, screw it, let me start beating the bricks off of Shawn. And that's exactly what he did. He started beating the bricks off of him, tearing him up, beating him down. And then it was all a game. He zipped it. He said, I got you fools. You know how he do. Prick like clown. That's what he is. So manhandling Shawn, beating him down. Meanwhile, they show backstage. The security clowns laid out. You know Warlow is in the house. Warlow is in the house. So now MJ paying him like, where's this clown? Where's this fool at? Playing around, not sure where he is. You just see clowns laid out left and right. Then you see this fool walking up because MJF go right to ringside where the fans are. He goes right on the barricade, and you see this fool walk up. He got on the security thing with the face mask. You already know who it is. The crowd is going ape, talking Warlow's name. My man is over. Mr. Warlow is over like a mud, folks. He is over. I'm telling you, this segment was outstanding. So now I'm sitting up and saying to myself, Bryce, what are you waiting on? Get the counting. Get the counting. Bryce, he's so busy paying attention to what's going on outside that he's forgetting the count. I'm like, Bryce, get the count. So he finally got the count. Then you seen all these security clowns coming out. He finally finna get his hands on MJF, and then the security guy started trying to take him down. So he started pushing them left and right, So Bryce is counting. 7, 8, 9. As soon as he got to 9, MJF said, Bryce, listen. Before you count to 10, whatever Tony Khan is paying you, I'll triple it for you. I will triple it. And he said, screw all that. Bryce said, 10. Listen. My man Captain Shawn Dean owns MJF. You hear me? Captain Shawn Dean owns MJF. My man has defeated him twice. 2-0. And he did nothing. That's how you make a dude. That's how you make a new star. Now, I know people will say, well, man, the black dude is doing nothing. Listen. Would you ever have a black dude in the ring buck dancing, or would you have a black dude in the ring doing what that man did? Oh, and by the way, it also made MJF look great because MJF didn't have to get no pin. Now, he lost count out, but it made MJF look great. And what it's also do, it gets Warlow over because now you can't wait to see that man get his hands on MJF, and he wants to get his hands on Warlow. It makes the story great. I've seen some fool say he wasn't watching the show tonight because he said that he gets tired of AEW not being able to tell stories. I said this is just some clown that's a straight up hater that just enjoys everything that Vince McMahon and them do. No. When Tony Khan want to be in his bag, he will be in his bag. And this storyline is great. I'm loving everything. My boy Captain Shawn Dean went over again. I'm loving it. I'm happy for my man, Chi-Town's own. Salute to you, sir. Great segment. I was on my feet. I said, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. Let's freaking go. And this Louisiana crowd was on their feet. They was loud majority of the show. Making noise, going crazy. It's great. Excellent. Excellent television. That's what I'm talking about. So we run through that. Then we get a little video package. No. Let's see. Yeah. So we'll talk about that. All right. So we get a little video package. Mr. Darby Allin on the skateboard skating, and he makes a comment about Mr. Andrade. He said, Andrade, you've been running amok in AEW. I just got one word for you. Coffee match. There it is. There it is, man. Right to the point. Ain't got to say a bunch of stuff. He basically laid it out there. I'm going to murder you and put you in the coffin. That's it. Great segment. Then, commercial break. And now we come back. Mr. Malachi Black cuts a promo and he's still talking about Fuego del Sol. And I'm like, why? I don't know why. Why? Like, bro, you done murdered that man about 3 or 4 times. Why do you want to murder him more? Do you want him to join you? Listen, Fuego ain't doing nothing. He gonna get jumped again. But like I said, he mentioned some stuff. He was saying a whole lot of crazy stuff. You know, it looked like the eye makeup was switching. 1 minute it was on that side, next minute it was on that side. And he mentioned that he said, oh, I'm not by myself and all this. And I'm like, well, we know that. Buddy Murphy and Brody King is with you. You got other clowns that joining you? Like I said, it was an alright segment, but I was like, like I said, I told you, I'm being 1,000% with you. I'm 1,000% with y'all, man. The satanic stuff, man. I told you, it was only one clown that was able to pull it. Two clowns in wrestling as a whole that was able to pull off the satanic stuff. We already know who they are. Actually, both of them already in there. Kane went in about the previous year, and Taker just went in this year. They are the only two that actually know how to pull that satanic stuff off. So that's just me. Now, when they get in the ring, Malachi is great, and Brody King is coming along, and Buddy Matthews is outstanding as well. So that's it. That's it. Like I said, they gonna have to do a little bit more for me to keep my interest in it. I'm just being 1,000% with you. I'm not hating on nobody or nothing like that. I'm just telling you the bold-faced truth when it's concerning, this situation with Malachi Black and crew, So, JAS, they come out. Eddie Kingston and them, they come out. Now, this is one pet peeve I got about Proud and Powerful. Y'all know they love wearing that makeup. Now, here's the deal. I would prefer them not wear it all the time. Like, tonight they called for it. Because you in war against these clowns. Like, because it reminds you of, like, the warrior face paint from the movie Warriors from way back in the 70s and 80s when it first came out. I get it. That's what you wear the face paint for. But they sometimes wear it a little bit too much. They wear it when it's just a regular tag team match. I'm like, fellas, y'all don't have to wear the makeup all the time because it kills the mystique of it. Like, I would prefer them only bring it out when it's a very serious match and they wear it as a form of, I get it. You wear it as a form of intimidation, but it feel like it's lost its luster. That's what I feel like. I feel like it's lost its luster a little bit. That's just me. I don't know how y'all feel about it. This is a great 6-man tag team match. Like I said, those other two bozos, they couldn't be there right now. Focus on the 6 clowns that you got. You got Jericho, Jake Hager, Daniel Garcia, Santana Ortiz, Eddie Kingston. They made you think that Eddie Kingston and crew was going over. And the moment when them two bozos, Matt and Jeff, showed up, I ain't calling them by them new clown names they got. Mac Daddy and Dan, I don't know. I ain't calling them by that. When them bozos came out there, they caused a distraction. And this way, referee was paying attention to what was going on outside the ring, which was Miss Aubrey. She was paying attention to what was going on outside the ring. She didn't see Jericho pull out the bat. Or it was something. And he hit Eddie Kingston in the back. Daniel Garcia did his moveset on him. 1, 2, 3. The JAS Society get their victory. Obviously, this is over. Then after the match, all 5 of them murdered Eddie Kingston and Proud and Powerful. They got their behinds kicked. They got murdered. And I get it. The evil guys had to go over. So now here's the question. Who is going to join Eddie Kingston and company? Who's coming? Who is coming? And obviously, ladies and gentlemen, I believe this is going to be here it is. Chris Jericho and them is either going to be involved in the Stadium Stampede match or Blood and Guts, because Blood and Guts is around the corner. So I'm not sure if they're going to wait to Blood and Guts to do they send off match, or they're going to take this all the way to Double or Nothing and have the 3rd annual of the Stadium Stampede match. Because obviously it seems that they do the Stadium Stampede. It seems like it's going to be an annual thing. So do you wait until we get the last 2 clowns to join Santana Ortiz and Eddie Kingston? Or do you do it at Blood and Guts? I don't know. Y'all tell me how y'all feel about that situation. So good match. The heels had to win. Eddie Kingston, they had this match won. They had this match won. I'm serious. They was doing work. Everybody was doing work. Like I said, I had no problem with what was going on in this match. Everybody did good. Jericho looked good. Hager looked good. Daniel looked good. Everybody was doing work. Like I said, until them 2 bozos came out, caused a distraction. Jericho used the weapon. Match over with. And as usual, picture by picture, y'all already know. I told you, picture by picture is too much. If you do it in one match, do it 1 match per week, not all of them. So yeah, I talked about that. Now this segment was funny. He said Marvez was with MJF and crew, and he started laughing. He said, "Well, it looks like Shawn Dean got the upset victory." MJF looked at him like, "What you laughing at?" He go, "Oh." MJF was ticked. MJF said, "I done had enough. You laughing at me like I'm a clown like this. What's funny? Ain't nothing funny. Listen, I'm tired of this Warlow clown. I'm tired of this. losing to that fluke Sean Dean. Listen, I'm done. I'm done with this. Warlow, since you want to constantly keep showing up, I got somebody that's gonna lay you out. The Butcher. Like, I ain't gonna lie. When I saw the Butcher, I laughed. I said, you mean to tell me, MJF, that's the best you got for Warlow? That's the best you got. No disrespect to the Butcher, but that's the best you got. Him to go against the Butcher, man. Warlow gonna murder that man. He's going to murder him. He's going to murder that man. It's not even funny. He's gonna murder him. Anyway, it's not even gonna be a match. Warlow gonna take that boy. He gonna eat that boy up for lunch, breakfast, and dinner. He gonna tear him up. He gonna destroy him. That's what saying. MJF is a clown, man. He is a clown, and he is owned by none other than Captain Shawn Dean. I'm gonna say it again. My man, Captain Shawn Dean, owns MJF. Yes, he does. 2-0, baby. That's all I'm gonna say about that. So now we get to the worst segment of the whole show. They've been hyping this girl up. They've been saying Marina Shafir is off the chain. She's great. She's been doing work. And she's going to showcase why she is a problem that Jade Cargill can't solve at Battle of the Belts this coming Saturday. She went against Chi-Town's own Miss Sky Blue. She's another Chi-Town native. And Sky Blue had to sail for this young lady. And Mark Sterling and Jade was backstage watching. Jade looked like she was very disinterested, and sure was the crowd, because you could hear a pin needle drop. The only pop they got was the fact that they looked at the ladies, because you know Jade have a baddie section. And it's funny as heck how Red Velvet and Kiera Hogan was in the baddie section. And that got the crowd to start saying, baddie section, baddie section. That was basically the whole thing that everybody was focused on, because they sure wasn't paying no attention to what was going on in the match. And it wasn't even a match. Marina Shafir, I'm sorry, she's green as grass. I don't even like to use that terminology. She's not good. And this right here is going to be a testament to Jade Cargill. The fact that Jade Cargill is going to have to carry this young lady. And we know Jade ain't all the way there yet either. But Jade Cargill is going to have to carry this girl. I'm praying that Jade does what she needs to do to make this young lady look good. But I'm sorry, Marina Shafir is not good. She is not good. She ain't. They did all this hype. They hyped her up. They're like, oh, this girl's coming. She's coming. She's gonna be a serious problem for whoever gets her way. No, she's not good. There's no disrespect to her or nothing like that, but she's not good. She's not. She murdered Sky in 5 minutes. So that Saturday night, Jade Cargill got to do work. I'm praying that my girl Jade Cargill does work. And there's fools in the IWC. Shout out to my girl Charlene and her boys over at the OTTP podcast. I'm shouting y'all cats out. One of her cats was over there talking about they can't wait to see Marina Shafir take the TBS championship off of Jade Cargill. My dude, you tripping, bro. Ain't no way in the world. After that trash performance we seen tonight, you want Jade Cargill to lose the TBS championship to her. You crazy as a Betsy bug. Ain't no way in the world. TK would be a blithering idiot if he decides to pull that foolishness. I know Mark Sterling look like he ready to turn on Jade. Ain't no way. Marina Shafir is nowhere near ready for she's not ready for no chance. She's not. That girl needs to go back to the drawing board and learn how to wrestle. And apparently she used to be in WWE. I never really paid no attention. She used to be in WWE. And Kat said she wasn't that good in WWE. So if she wasn't that good in WWE, now she come over here and she's still not good, that's not good. That's a bad investment on her. That is a bad investment. This young lady needs to go back to the drawing board. You got the ladies online complaining that AEW don't showcase the women right. And when they do, the matches don't be long. They be, got to do better. TK, you got to do better. But TK would be a blithering idiot if he goes and has Jade Cargill lose the TBS championship to greenest grass lady like Marina Shafir. Ain't no way in the world. TK wouldn't even live it down. TK would literally have to close his Twitter account down if he goes and pulls that foolishness off. I'm just trying to tell you right now. Because you, listen, everybody gonna ban. You don't want Black Wrestling Twitter on your helmet. He already had it with Big Swole situation. You straight up don't want it with this situation right here. You don't want it. And you gonna have not just Black Wrestling Twitter. You gonna have everybody. Because it seems like a lot of people is jumping on Jade Cargill's bandwagon. A lot of people wasn't on the bandwagon at first. But it seemed like a whole lot of cats in the IWC is riding with Jade. And ain't no way in the world you to go and do some goofy man stuff like that. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. You pull some foolishness off like that, you bet not. TK, you bet not. That girl ain't nowhere near ready. She ain't nowhere near ready. Man, I tell you, I wish he would. So, that's it. So, like I said, I talked about that. Then, we get another. Listen, Hook is over. He in the back. And he looked like he was finna say something. I don't know the young lady that was interviewing him. I don't know her name. But, she was interviewing Hook. She said, you got a debut match. And you get to go against none other than the premier athlete, Tony Nese. Now, it looks like Mark Sterling is he seemed to be the lord for everybody at the back. He represent MJF. He represent Jade. Now he represent Tony Nese. And they pop up. And he say, well, I'm finna give you the best match you probably had in your life. And all of this. He stand up. He looked at that man. He walked off. Now, standing behind him, talking about Hook, was that Dan Houser clown. And I seen somebody say, what a waste of a signing. I'm like, right now, this look like another bad investment. I'm sorry to you Danhausen clown fans. Until he get in the ring, man, he going to show me something. Because I'm not feeling his character at all. It's not funny. It's cheesy as heck. You know, I'm not feeling him. And I'm like, he's going to have to win me over by his in-ring ability. Because right now, what I'm seeing from him, he ain't doing nothing. Like I said, Hook had to wait, and he threw it in him, and he was saying some stuff. I don't know, man. He just be sounding goofy as heck. I'm like, eh. But like I said, he ain't doing nothing for me. He just not. So, commercial break. Now we got another promo segment. So, Dan Lambert, Scorpion Sky, and my main man, well, Ethan Page. I like Ethan Page, but, you know, a lot of people in the IWC don't like him. They talking about what they going to do to Sammy. Taya talk about, what they said that Page is going to destroy Taya and all this crazy stuff. They said that y'all wanted a mixed tag team match or something, but y'all running scared and all this. And then Sky finally said something. He said, listen, Sammy, y'all think y'all funny. Y'all think y'all doing something. Y'all still don't want to let go of the fact that y'all don't have this title anymore. But I'll tell you that on this coming Saturday at Battle of the Belts, I'm going to showcase to you why you will never get this championship ever again. And then he does the snap the fingers and all this stuff. Listen, the first match was great. Sammy versus Scorpion Sky was outstanding. I said it. I just wish TK would have done a better job at building this young man up. So when he won the championship, it would have been a genuine feeling, and we would have been like, all right, great. I'm happy. I'm glad we got another black champion. But like I said, it just feels like they ain't doing nothing with him. This is the first month of his title reign, and we ain't done nothing. We really ain't done nothing. He just been standing with those two clowns and wearing the shades and just snapping his fingers. See? So, obviously they're going to win. He's going to destroy that man. But, I just want them to build this feud and make cats give a care about Mr. Scorpion Sky as a TNT champion. As of right now, a lot of people looking at him as an afterthought. And that's on TK. That's not on Scorpion Sky. That's on TK. I blame Tony Khan all the way. Because if he wanted to build Scorpion Sky up as a legit TNT champion, he could have, but he just chooses not to, Now let's get to this swagged out match. Powerhouse Hobbs, Ricky Starks, when they came out, the crowd went nuts. They got a baby face pop. Ricky and them got a baby face pop. Then Swerve and Lee came out and the crowd just went even wild. Y'all, when I say that, for me, I didn't really care who won this match. I knew that Ricky and Hobbs was going to win. I just wanted these brothers to go out there and shine. And boy, did TK do something right for a change when it's concerning us. Yes, I said it. He did something right. He allowed us to go out on Dynamite and showcase why we belong in this company. Keith Lee, Swerve, Ricky, and Powerhouse put on one of the best tag team matches I've seen. Listen, AEW has been presenting us some outstanding tag team matches as of late. Tag team matches that I seen tonight, all three of them was great. The 6-man tag team match, the AEW World Tag Team title match, and then these three. All of them. Excellent. I mean, just back to back to back. Great matches. Great. These brothers was tearing each other up. The crowd was going nuts. Swerve out here jump. This dude drop kicking folk, running off their chest, doing some Spider-Man stuff off the doggone ropes. Ricky Starks out here looking like the Undertaker doing the old school. Keith Lee pouncing folk all over the place. And listen, I told y'all about that man, Will Hobbs. Listen to me. Will Hobbs is going to be the first black AEW World Heavyweight Champion. I know my man Mike believe it's going to be Scorpion Sky. It's not. Will Hobbs will be the first black AEW champion. I'm telling y'all. Will Hobbs has the best spine buster in the game right now. Don't tell me. Powerbomb spine buster. He got the best powerbomb spine buster in the game. When he did that powerbomb spine buster on Keith Lee and let me go ahead and talk about it. So Taz's boys is basically getting beat down because Keith and Ricky is dominating this match. I mean, Keith and Swerve was dominating this match. Hobbs and Ricky was getting their licks in, trust me. But Keith Lee and Swerve manhandle him. Taz come walking out the woodwork. I said, Taz gonna do something. He over here tripping Lee. Hobbs catches him, does the powerbomb spine buster. Got the 1, 2, 3, and they win. I told y'all, fools thought Keith Lee was coming in and he was gonna steal Powerhouse Hobbs' spot. No. I knew it wasn't gonna happen like that because I told you. It's about building the AEW. The WWE cats are going to get their chance. We're going to win them. The cats that left the E are going to get their opportunity. We know it. But this is about building the cats from the ground up. Didn't nobody know who a Powerhouse Hobbs was until he rolled up in AEW. Hanging out with Ricky Starks and Taz was the best decision they ever made because my man Swag, listen, he's gotten it. Listen. One of my main aces, for some strange reason, he ain't feeling Powerhouse Hobbs. If you ain't feeling Powerhouse Hobbs after tonight, bro, I don't know. Heaven help you. My Powerhouse Hobbs got made tonight. And he did that spine buster power bomb. Man, it was over. Thanks to Taz, I seen a lot of people, man, I'm like, man, be mad, man. Be mad. That's what the heels do. The heel gonna do the heel thing. Won over. They won. And the crowd went nuts. They loved it. They like almost every match outside of the ladies got a "This is awesome" chant. And you know when your match is off the chain, you get into "This is awesome." Shout out to my man Will from the Grassroots. That boy was all over the TV screen, sitting front row. Shout out to my man if y'all know who Grapsody is, Reggie Righteous, Phil, and Will Washington and them. They work under Sean Ross Sapp and them and Fife or whatever. But my man Will was all over the camera screen. He was sitting right up front. You seen him. He was sitting right up front. Listen, this match is great. This is excellent. I enjoyed everything about it. Great. Kudos to all four of these cats. They went out there and they did work. Listen, I can't be mad. I enjoyed it, man. Shoot. And yeah, they did it again, picture by picture. Y'all already know. I'll be here complaining about the same thing over and over again because that's what TK like to do. So, backstage, Tony Schiavone, because they give us a little video promo for the main event, because obviously this is going to be the main event going into the Battle of the Belts. This will be Thunder Rosa versus Nyla Rose. Tony is time to talk to Thunder. Thunder looked beautiful. She had her hair, she had it pinned up, she had on a nice gown and everything, and you know she got the makeup and everything. Man, she looked great. She looked beautiful. I said, go, you go, girl. You look good. So she's trying to talk. She said she's going to handle the business on Saturdays, the Battle of the Belts. Then Miss Excuse Me and Nyla Rose pop up. They got a cake. Talk about celebrating the shortest AEW women's title run in AEW history. And Thunder Rosa said, listen, you guys think y'all funny, but you're not. She took Vicky, she threw Vicky into Nyla, and then took the cake and bashed it into Nyla's face. Nyla basically knocked down Thunder and walked off. So obviously, you know, they had to have a little something back and forth just to make the challenger look strong. I didn't have no problem with that. I didn't. I didn't have no problem with it. So it was a good segment. Good segment. Then we get a video package. Hangman Adam Cole, not on the show, but they got the video package to get you hyped up. Rampage is live this Friday at 6 o'clock. For us, if you're Central, it's 6 o'clock. Eastern time is 7 o'clock. And if you're Pacific, it's, I believe, 4 o'clock, if I'm not mistaken. Live. So this is going live right before SmackDown, because SmackDown for us come on at 7 o'clock. So I'm looking forward to this match. And I'm going to be honest with you. The way how they was talking, Hangman said, I've already been in the Texas Death match, and I could do it again. Adam Cole said, I'm not here to play along with Adam Cole. I mean, with Hangman. I'm not here to play along with that man. You know, I've been sitting here going through, and this dude been running around here playing champion. I'm taking what's mine. He said the only thing about me where I would be disappointed is if I did everything in my power and I couldn't win the AEW World Heavyweight Championship. Man, you can miss me. I'm going to win that thing. Baby. Walked off. Right to the point. Great video package promo. These cats is ready to destroy each other on Friday night. I will be there live to watch it. And I don't mean live watch it, you know, at the show. I'm talking about, you know, at home to watch it live. But great. So now we get to the main event. Now, for me, this is my mindset. This is what I'm thinking about. You put the championship on Minoru. Minoru Suzuki. And I'm thinking, all right, he here in the States, he gonna, you know, be able to defend it. And then we get to the matchup. Oh, and by the way, Sanjay Dutt, Jay Lethal was sitting ringside. They was sitting right out there, and they was chanting Joe like they was on his side and everything. I said, man, look at these clowns. This matchup was a hard-hitting match. Suzuki and Joe did nothing but slap each other's chest basically throughout the whole match. Just slap, and the crowd loved it. They marked out. They was going crazy. Now, I didn't know this, but apparently in New Japan, two new Japanese artists wrestled each other, and they did something similar like this. I don't know who they are. If you follow New Japan Wrestling, you know who I'm talking about. Tell me in the comment section. These cats was just hitting each other in the chest. Red, Minoru like, again, let's do it again. Come on. And they was going at it. Like taking lick from lick. Hard-hitting match. This was a hard-hitting match. Now, I'm sitting there saying, like I said, Minoru should win, right? Because I'm like, if Jay Lethal and Sanjay Dutt is ringside, obviously they're going to cost him. Nope. Samoa Joe does a muscle buster, and he wins. And I'm like, Suzuki basically had the Ring of Honor Championship for a week and really didn't do nothing. So he was basically a transitional champion. That's basically what it was. He ain't really defended it nowhere or nothing. He just held it. He won it at the Ring of Honor pay-per-view just to lose it on Dynamite to Samoa Joe. Now, Dave Meltzer, Tony Khan, they was on TV. They was online. They would talk about, hey, set your DVRs for an extra 30 minutes. We're going past 9 o'clock. This is going to be epic. You're not going to want to miss it. After Samoa Joe wins the Ring of Honor World TV Championship, the lights go off. So it's past 9 o'clock. It's like 9:01. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. TK and them, they do this. They do this lights out stuff a little bit way too much. It's only supposed to be for a small amount of time. Like, don't do it all the time. Just do it when it should matter. TK and them seem to do it for everybody. Well, the lights go off, right? Oh, yeah. Okay, so before the lights go off, Sanjay Dutt, Jay Lethal, They get in front of Samoa Joe. They get on the mic. They say, "We told you we had a present for you." And they open up. They say, "Drum roll, please." They open up the present, and it's Jay Lethal flicking them off. Then the lights go off. So Excalibur, Tony Schiavone, JR, they on commentary. It's like, what's going on? Like, what? And now everybody, like, they don't know what's going on. Like, so the anticipation is like, we're going to get somebody brand new that we know. The lights come on, and it's this Indian cat that kind of favored Great Khali. And the crowd was like, huh? What? And I was like, you mean to tell me y'all got a couple of extra minutes just for that? That was your big surprise, Tony? Dave Meltzer talked about set your DVRs for an extra 30 minutes because you're not going to want to miss this. Yeah, we could have missed that. Sante Singh, I think that's his name, is now Ring of Honor and AEW. He pretty much annihilated Joe, and they all three of them jumped him. They beat him down. They tore him up. They murdered him. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I believe TK is trying to get the Indian market to tune in more in AEW because I know they got a channel or something that's based out in India. And I know that AEW comes on a different day out there in India, but this is basically to get a lot of the Indian culture to tune in to AEW. I get it. But this didn't go over well with everybody because I was sitting up there laughing. I said, man, what is Great Khali cousin doing out there? That's what I thought about. I said, man, Sayantin Singh, I think, Sayantin Singh or something. That's something like that. I said, man, TK is a clown. He really is. Sometimes TK would do great, and then he'd do some straight buffoonish stuff that don't make no type of sense. I said, TK said, hey, Vince McMahon got the Great Khali. I got Santeen Singh. This is great. I don't know. I'm not. Listen, y'all already know. Look, everybody complaining about my man Omos in WWE land. Singh kind of tall. I know he's going to be working with Sanjay Dutt. We'll see. We'll see how this is going to work out. I'm not sure, but I'm going to be honest with you. It felt like it was a straight joke. It really did. It felt like a straight joke. This young man going to have to be great. He going to have to be great. And I don't mean Great Khali. I'm talking about great in the ring. He going to have to be. It's not a game. It's not a game, TK, because a lot of people is laughing at you right now, bro. They already been laughing at you because they hate your guts regardless, but they truly laughing at you right now because you gave us something to laugh at you for. You're not going to want to miss this 2 minutes. Go off 9:02, 9:03 for that. Santeen Singh. That was the big surprise. That was the overload. That was the overflow or the overrun that Dave Meltzer was talking about. You want to set your DVR for 30 minutes because you're not going to want to miss that. No, we could have missed that. I easily could have missed that. I really could. Like I'm just being 100% with y'all. That was just straight silliness right there. All of that. The dude didn't even need to have the lights off. You could have just had the dude just walking through the crowd. Or he could have just standing right there. Like they could have just cut to the camera. As soon as you see Jay Lethal in them, forget turning the lights off. Because that's the biggest problem right there. The fact you turned the lights off had cats thinking that you was finna debut somebody like a Wyndham Rotunda or something like that. You go and you bring the Great Khali cousin up in there, Great Khali 2.0, and everybody like, huh? And so apparently fans, now this is what they said. They thought fans was saying, we want Cody. They said, we don't know you, something like that. We don't know you. Nobody know who this cat is. Now apparently I know he was already signed, but they didn't say he was officially signed because I heard them talk about him like last year sometime. I seen the name. I remember that name. I said, okay, this is the cat that they was bringing in, to represent the Indian culture or whatever. But I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know. Listen, I'm going to be in a 1,000. I'm keeping this 1,000 with y'all. I don't know if this is going to work. Like I said, the match was great. Main event was great. But that ending, though, felt flat. It just felt like TK's he's a clown. I'm telling you, Tony Khan is a clown to the highest order. Listen, look, I call Vince McMahon a clown. Look, Vince McMahon wake up being a clown. Tony Khan started to get on that same playing field. Look, the man can book his tail off, but sometimes that man be a straight circus clown because he do a lot of stuff that don't make sense. And that right there was straight up buffoonish. That's call it for what it is. That was straight up buffoonish. It was a cartoon comedy act right there. Now, hopefully this dude don't turn out to be a cartoon comedy act, and we all can come back here and say, you know what, we're gonna, we're gonna eat our words. This dude making us eat crow because he actually is pretty good in the ring. He gonna have to prove that. This young man, Santeen Singh. Let me see if they got his name down here. Let me see. Keep scrolling. Yeah, Satnam Singh. Satnam Singh. Satnam Singh. That's his name. Satnam Singh. Satnam Singh is going to have to prove all of us wrong. Young man gonna have to prove us wrong. He going to go out there, give us some classics. Got to. Or else this is gonna be an utter fail, big time. And this is gonna be on TK's helmet. I'll be on TK's helmet like white on rice. I'm serious. You know me. I don't play over here. Casey for the rest of the takes. I don't play. Some of y'all be thinking, oh, just because I told y'all, man, I keeps it real about AEW. I don't sugarcoat about this company. Because I enjoy this company more than WWE doesn't mean I'm finna sit back and say, oh, this is great. No. That's why I say TK need to cut the crap with the light thing. You don't need to do the light thing all the time. Everybody not the Undertaker, dog. Everybody is not the Undertaker. This fool had the lights going off for everybody. Quit that. Quit cutting the lights off every time. Do it. Like I said, it's the blood. It's the cutting the lights off. It's the picture by picture. It's the the stuff that don't make no sense. Don't do it. Don't do it. Just be saying stuff, and apparently this fool said that we having he got a special announcement next week. Don't know what that is. I don't even know what that means. But like I said, TK, he be getting himself. He just be saying stuff and then go out there and put it out, and then he gonna think we gonna eat it up. No, sir. No. But man, that's my honest review. That's it. That's all I gotta say. Y'all talk to me in the comment section how y'all felt about the show. Because Tony Khan is a clown. I'm serious. The show, like I said, it was a good show. But my man sometimes be a circus clown. Doing some stuff that don't make no type of sense. Then put it on TV and then he think we going to eat it up and act like it's great. No. This is not a WWE audience. WWE, Vince and them he spoon feed them stuff and they say everything is excellent. No, it's not. We ain't WWE. We're not going to be spoon fed foolishness and think it's great. No, sir. We're going to tell you stuff is suck. If it suck, it suck. Just like the ladies match. Marina Shafir is not ready to be winning no championships. That girl is green as grass, and I don't even like to say that. She greener than Jade's hair. Jade got to carry that match. I'm praying my girl carry the mess out that girl. Look, showcase Jade why you are the TBS champ. This girl said I'm a problem for Jade. Well, no, she a problem, all right, but the wrong type of problem. Shoot, she don't know how to wrestle. Sky out here trying to sell and everything, and if it wasn't for the fans talking baddie section, shoot, they got no reaction. None. What else can I say? But anyway, I'm gonna talk to y'all cats on Friday. Give you a live Rampage review. Can't wait for it. Looking forward to seeing what takes place. Will we be looking at a brand new AEW World Champion, or will we look at the champion who still has the title? Find out Friday. This is your boy Casey King Self for Life Wrestling It Takes. I'll talk to y'all cats later. I'll let you boy.